Hello friends, today we're talking about how to, when to, and why you're going to want to trim your plants like raspberries, blackberries, and other brambly bushes. So what I have here behind me is a little bit of overgrown raspberries. I just trimmed this section in the front and I thought, you know, this is a pretty important topic, we should talk about it. Raspberry canes usually last about 3 years, and they will either bear on new fruit later in the season or old canes earlier in the season. Believe it or not, this whole hedge and more of what we can see along the edge here all started from one raspberry plant 5 years ago. It's amazing. In my videos I talk about the awesome machinery of nature, and this is a terrific example of that. Raspberries will grow clonally, so they send out these root systems and then plants just shoot up. And they're really easy to coordinate in a manner, you know, if you want to make a hedge, when you get a plant that, you know, is this tall, you just dig it out with a nice clump of roots and you put it where you want to go, and it will heal itself very quickly and then grow in that spot. That's why I have such a nice dense hedge. But like I said, these canes only last up to 3 years, and when they're dead, they are definitively dead. The color changes. So if you're looking for a time when to trim these, just look for the difference between brown and gray. The gray ones are completely dead. Now they'll, you know, eventually fall apart in the wind or get knocked over by squirrels and things and break down naturally, but I find it's really nice to go in there just with the clippers and lob them off. Cleanup is easy as well. I just use a chop and drop method and I put them right down to the ground. It will break down and provide good mulch, etc. But what this also does is it provides more space for the live canes to climb up in between my trellis that I have here, which is real simple. It's just fencing on 2x4s, 4 feet wide. This is up about 2 feet, that's up about 3.5 feet. But it provides more room for the healthy young canes to climb through, and then it's easier when you're going in with your hands and you're harvesting. You've got fewer old canes that are just cluttering things up. You know what I mean? So it's good practice to take care of that. So of course I forgot to turn my mic on for this shot, but essentially what I was trying to elaborate on here was the time frame for when you should do this. Now, the dead canes aren't on a timeline because they're dead. Bit of a dad joke there. Anyways, I like to do this in the spring. It's kind of an anecdotal learning. You can really see the gray from the dead ones and that nice amber brown in the live. You know how your perennials come up and they have just a certain life about them? You can really tell that rich color in the live ones and just the dead dull color in the dead ones. So it makes it easier to do. The spring is great in the April, May, early May, because the rest of your raspberries or blackberries or whatever haven't shot up to fill in the space, so you can clear that out before they need to come up. And also, you could do this in the fall when you see things starting to die off, but I can't exactly tell when the dead ones are entirely dead, because, you know, they don't turn gray as quickly. But by the springtime, they are definitively gray. So that's when I like to do it. Ta-da! And just like that, this project is complete. I have thinned it out to my satisfaction, at least in the back, which is all I wanted to take care of today. Thank you for coming along. So, in sum, when is the best time to do this? In the spring, when you can see the dead gray ones from the live brown ones. How do you do it? You can snap them off with your hands, or you can take a clippers. It's really, really easy. Why do you want to do it? Well, you make it easier for yourself to harvest your raspberries. If you've got a lot of dead ones and you get rid of those, you can increase the airflow that's in there, and you give the young canes a better opportunity, if you're trellising, to climb and get where they need to go. So overall, this is a great thing to do. Now is the time to do it. So stop watching the YouTube, get outside and go prune your raspberries and blackberries. Thanks a lot for watching. If you follow my main channel, you'll be able to check how all this new growth is coming in the next months of May and June. Happy gardening, everybody. Bye.